Hey! After my last Weird Al video, you know, the one where I was almost arrested, I had a couple of requests for more stories. Well, ask and you shall receive. I aim to please. Although, I gotta be honest, I don't have any more intense stories about the police. Unless, of course, you want to talk some Velvet Elvis. So this story is, on October 24th, 2014, the day after Al's birthday, Al came to St. Paul, Minnesota's Fitzgerald Theater to record the thrilling Adventure Hour podcast with Paul F. Tompkins, Paget Brewster, and musician Rhett Miller. My friend Dan was really into the podcast, as were a bunch of his friends, so we all went together. I had no idea what I was getting into. All I knew was, Al was there. I'm in. And I unfortunately don't remember much, other than Al played a ghost that haunted the Fitzgerald Theater. No, he didn't dress like one. And the show was 3 hours long with an intermission, and the podcast itself was cut down to about an hour and a half, I believe. It was the most unique experience I've ever had while witnessing Al on stage, doing something that you normally don't see him do. And I really wish I could remember more, because I mean, there was a lot that happened that didn't actually end up in the final podcast. But after the show, we tried our usual wait outside, see if we can meet somebody routine, which we didn't have high hopes for, so we kind of just gave up right away. But we noticed people going in and out of the theater, and while I had to pee, so we snuck back in. And it's a good thing we did, because there was a long line. And in front of that line was Al. Let me pee quick. And let's play this out. The worst thing that could happen was they asked us to leave, right? We didn't get kicked out. In fact, Dan and I had the longest conversation we've ever had with Al. First and foremost, it was the day after his birthday, so happy birthday, Al! I see that trip to the dentist worked out really nicely. You have beautiful teeth. Okay, I don't think I said that. Or maybe I did. And of course he thanked us, and then remarked that he had the exact same shirt that I was wearing. This shirt. I have a whole collection. Anyway, then we congratulated Al on Mandatory Fun debuting #1 on the Billboard charts. We talked for a few minutes. Don't remember exactly everything that we talked about. My memory is pretty hazy, but one thing in particular I do remember. Al asked us if we had seen the UHF porn photos, and unfortunately we had. We talked about how awkward the whole thing was, and then he remarked, you know, I briefly considered retweeting this, but no, better not. Then security came up to us and asked us to move it along, but Al kept talking to us. I'm not gonna blow off Weird Al here. We talked about upcoming tour plans and other things. Again, it's hazy up here, doing the best I can. And security asked us again to move it along, but well, we kept talking. Finally, we did what we were told to do, but not before getting a picture. I don't think Mr. Security Guy was thrilled, but there you go. Next, we chatted with Rhett Miller for a minute, and in that conversation, Dan and me talked about our travels to Al shows and how many we had gone to, and he turns to Al, who was fidgeting on his phone. Hey Al, these guys have been to a lot of your concerts. Do you know them? Oh yeah, I know them. Snap a picture with Rhett quick, move it along as security requests. Paget Brewster was next in line, and I told her I knew her from Criminal Minds. She must get that all the time. And that this was a very unexpected, but very welcome change of pace for her. She was a real sweetheart. When I held up my phone to take a picture, she taught me the proper way to take a selfie. Oh, no. See, you gotta hold it up like this so you don't get the double chin. And next, we closed the night with a handshake from Paul F. Tompkins. Dan and his friends were huge fans of the podcast. I mean, I'm a little ashamed to admit this, but this was my introduction to Paul. So I mostly took pictures for everybody and stood aside so they'd have a little more time with them. But at one point, one of Dan's friends asked Paul for a picture, and so I took it for him. And here comes Al out of nowhere. Ooh, me next! And Al comes running over, phone in his hand, snapping pictures. Photos we'll probably never see, so I made sure to snap some candids. Afterwards, we're standing outside reflecting on what just happened, and then it dawned on me. Wait, I just had a conversation with Weird Al Yankovic about porn.
Don't think about it too hard.
If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. What the hell am I giving myself a thumbs down for? Thanks a lot for watching, and I'm done here.